Hey, this is Dr. Cushion. The purpose of this video is to show you how to do the optimization tracking for Twitter and Instagram using the Keyhole social media analytics software. This corresponds directly to our video, to our spreadsheet for social media analytics. So there is an Instagram and a Twitter tab in our spreadsheet for optimization tracking. Of course, we also have spreadsheets, or I should say tabs within the spreadsheet for blog and Snapchat, but we can only use Keyhole for Instagram and for Twitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to answer all these questions here. And you'll do these questions each week that we're tracking starting with week 9. So, what is the best date and time to post? You would type it here. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to come over to Keyhole, which I already have loaded, and I've already selected into social media account analytics. And then the information you're going to see is it's the same type of information, whether you choose Instagram or Twitter. So if you're the Twitter team, obviously you'll select the Twitter one, but for this example, I'm just going to select Instagram. So quickly we will see our follower count up here. So the total followers. So I would enter that here, of 275. Right, I'm not going to save that because this is just an example, but I can see that here. I want to now go down to optimization because all the other questions are going to be answered here. I can still see the follower count here, by the way. So when is the best date and time to post? The redder it is, sort of the better. So you're going to see, if I go here, I'm going to see that on Monday, it looks like whatever time this is that around noon on Mondays, I'm getting an average engagement of 60 likes. I mean, I only have one post, so it's, I really only have one kind of end to go off of, but I can see I came pretty close here on a Thursday at what looks like about 2 p.m. So you're going to see here the top times visualized here, and it's going to break down based on likes and comments and things. The information then is going to be also in this table here. So you'll be able to see the information broken down. So over here, it's going to say, what's the best date and time to post? You are going to be able to answer that. So the answer is Monday at noon and Thursday at 2 p.m. and then Wednesday, our top 3. Again, we don't have many posts here, so there's not a lot of data to pull from. There's really ends of 1 for all of these, but those are the answers for this question, and hopefully you'll have more posts than that, so there'll be more data to pull from. For optimal post length and engagements, we're going to go to this widget here, optimal post length, and we have it sorted by engagements. So we can see here that in this case, the post that had between 281 and 560 characters, the text of the actual post, had 41 engagements, which is slightly higher than the shorter post and somewhat higher than sort of the longer posts. So the optimal post length here would be 281 to 560. Again, I will delete that. The most frequent, however, so this is the total number of posts that were in this character length range. So partially why you can see that we probably did better is because we had a lot more posts that had this kind of mid-range text length. And so that probably contributed to getting more engagements. But the answer there, again, would be 281, 560. You could imagine if this had been slightly different, then perhaps the information we're gleaning from here is that we'd be better off with shorter posts. It just so happens that we tended to do a lot at this range. So you would enter the answer there. The hashtags, you can see our top hashtags by engagements. So again, we would enter the top 3 hashtags. So, hashtag communications, semicolon, hashtag professor, semicolon, hashtag social media. And then we can see it by frequency. So interestingly, we're using ShepherdU and ShepCom a lot in our posts, because there's 27 posts over the time period that have that hashtag ShepherdU, but the ones that are actually getting the love vary, significantly than the ones we're using. So that's some feedback of the type of hashtags that maybe we should be using versus the ones that we are using. So that will help your team start to make decisions. So hopefully as you're seeing this information, you start to say, okay, these are the times I should be thinking about posting. These are the types of content lengths and things that are doing well. Optimal number of hashtags. So again, the number of engagements we got was actually for posts with no hashtags. But in terms of hashtags here, it would be 42. And then this next question down here is frequency. So we most often posted posts to Instagram that had 3 to 5 hashtags. We had a total of 23. So we didn't have a lot of hashtags, but we must have had some posts that did particularly well. We would want to drill down and go back and look at our data, go back to our posts here and try and figure out, what posts those were that didn't have any hashtags and say, okay, maybe, there was a post of a, particularly great post that we did. And maybe we tagged somebody that has a lot of followers and that person, brought in a lot of engagements. We'd want to drill down a little bit more to try to figure out why that is. It might be an anomaly, as it appears that we had these 2 posts that did really well that we didn't use any hashtags in. So again, we're trying to read into this data and see what it means. Average engagements by day, it's going to be this more sort of kind of maroon purplish bar chart that we have here. And we can see that Sunday is getting the most engagements. That sort of day of the week. The second best day, it looks like, is Saturday. So the weekends are performing the best for us. So we would, the best day, we'd put Sunday, and we would put Saturday. And again, I'm going to delete these. So, so while this, kind of only showed you Instagram, essentially the same process works for Twitter. And again, you come into your account, you select your account, and then you come to optimization. And if you want to drill down further to understand this data to help you, you can go look at, posts, follower information, and mentions. So a quick video to show you how to do the Twitter and Instagram tabs or sort of sections of our social media measurement spreadsheet for the semester. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know.